Guys, we still got Ebony K. Williams still out here talking and running her mouth. And this is a woman that I would have loved to see sit down with Kevin Samuels, because I know he definitely would have paid her guest speaking fee or whatever and had her on his show, because I think he really could have gave her some insight and probably could have helped her find the man that she was looking for. But she was recently on the Earn Your Leisure podcast and she got into some interesting topics again. Let's get right into the video.
Thing important. So the problem with this is that, all right, so a 35-year-old single woman who's making $400,000 a year, right? And that they're looking for their equal counterpart. And that makes sense, right? But it's like the difficult part about that is that the equally yoked man who's 35 that's making $500,000, he's probably already in a relationship. He's probably married. The ones that's not married, they're not necessarily looking for somebody that's 35. They're looking for the 28-year-old. So now it's like, okay, you're either forced with a decision to just remain single or look down. Now there is the truck driver. Now there's the UPS man who's a great man, but who's making $80,000 a year, right? Because now it's equal. It's hard to find that equal counterpart. Men, you could be 50 years old, and it's not. The age doesn't really matter.
No, and I've said this, and this is controversial, right? That because of the way society values gender roles, right? So the way in which we find a woman attractive, what are we really talking about under that? And it doesn't hurt my feelings. Let's just say it. People across the spectrum culturally, but we're talking about Black people, so let's center that. Black women are assessed around our beauty, our aesthetic, physical beauty, and there's biological reasons for that, and our fertility and our youth. Those are the main things that a man is going to be assessing when deciding if you are for him. And then it's going to be the quote soft skills. It's going to be, do you make him feel loved, catered to, loyal? Are you relatively non-confrontational, not too much pushback or challenges around ideas and decisions? And those are the things that would really make you just highly desirable in the dating market as a woman. Now let's go to men. What makes a man highly desirable in a dating market? It is going to be financials. It's going to be your ability to provide financially and fiscally.
White collar men can't do shit without blue collar men. That's why we respect them. Blue collar men have, in my experience, tend to have more class than a lot of white collar women. Oh shit.
It's also going to be your physicals, kind of your stature. Like there's a reason why, this 666 thing, I think that's really corny, but whatever. But there's a reason why a lot of women will swipe right on men that are at least 5'10", 6 feet. They want to feel there's some physical dominance. Black women are assessed around our beauty, our aesthetic, physical beauty, and there's biological reasons for that, and our fertility and our youth.
Beauty, fertility, youth are what she says men are looking out for, but she forgot about the part that men are looking out for a woman's attitude as well. And along with all those nice three things, can you give that man peace?
Coming from a man. Then you've got, just kind of age. There's a reason why older men, like you just said, bro, like 50 plus, that's not a deterrent for most women, because that presumes more stability. That presumes you've lived life longer and you can probably protect and know and help and navigate these spaces better and more effectively than I can in my youth. So you're right. Kind of the way in which we assess and evaluate value as men versus women create an inherent conflict. I will add one little caveat, though, to the scenario you laid out, where you've got these 35 and up women who've got these, big incomes and degrees and all this stuff, but we're not necessarily as desirable to the men that are our age and financial equal, which is why personally, I enjoy dating older men, because at 40, if I'm dating a man who's 56, there's more likelihood.
That's one thing about her. I don't really care about her too much. She's always talking like a news anchor. It's like, what if she's really this way 24/7? Can you imagine waking up next to her in the morning and she's talking like this? This is definitely one of the reasons why she definitely can't keep no man.
That he will appreciate some aspect of youth around me. Now, could that same 56-year-old get a 28-year-old? It's possible. But I'm living this. I'm not just talking and writing about it, guys. I'm out here living this, and I have been for the last 4-ish years since I ended my engagement. I do find that can be a sweet spot for some women that are in that like 38 to 45-year-old range. You know, dating older men can kind of give you back some of that advantage around you.
Because when I'm listening to it, I'm trying to figure out, there's plenty of women who are in that scenario right now when we're talking about socioeconomic factors. Is that the compromise? Or even, I don't even want to use the word compromise. Is that
I think you better think about it. I think you're damn sure, because I got girlfriends that and sorority sisters that don't like to date those men. It's exactly what you said. They're 40, they want to date a 40-year-old. They don't have kids, they don't want him to have kids. Right. So one of the reasons, I'm sure we'll get into this, you guys know I've been very public that I am deep into my single motherhood by choice journey. I'm having my child as we speak. Like, that process is well underway.
Well, that's good to know that she's coming into enlightenment of this whole new concept. She think this is new, but it's pretty sad that it's gonna hit her pretty late. And it's crazy too, because what Eboni K. Williams and women just like her don't really realize is that the older that they get, the more men recognize their red flags. Older men are looking for peace. They're not looking for chaos. These modern, non-traditional women are realizing that their social economic status don't mean a thing, and especially to the men out here that these women actually want.
Because they look at me through Instagram and they think this one thing, like, oh, IG model, but what they do not know is that I'm corporate and I'm very humble. So once they find out, like, oh, this girl is really just an everyday girl.
It's usually because of the kid. You have more opportunities than most women, and you mismanage them.
You're right.
I mean, could you date an average black man making $40,000 a year? Honestly, come on, man.
No. I expect a man to make as much as I do or more.
100,000 to 900.
He has to make at least over 140,000.
Well, let's just take it your way. Yes, fuck attraction. You're supposed to be attractive.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, I don't care about your attraction. I don't care about love either. Why do you women think you get it all? What makes you so special that you get it all?
Men get it all the time. So yeah.
No, we don't. And we accept what we get. No, ma'am, you got a choice. Because here's the thing. Here's the reality. Are you ready? The reality is what you have to negotiate with right now has a time limit. It will spoil. It will get old. What you have today, it won't be worth the same thing 5 years from now. Because it ain't worth the same thing as it was 5 years ago.
People don't tell women the truth these days. Men get told the truth all the time. Women have no problem telling a man, I don't want an average man. It happens every day on my show. TLC said they don't want no scrubs, and we have no problem telling average men, you ain't crap. But if I just happen to have the nerve to agree with the woman that says she's average, then I'm Satan. I think that's interesting.
I'm gonna stop the video right there. You guys drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the notorious Miss K. Williams here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video. Thanks for watching to the end. I will see you in the next one.